What if the thunder shaking your house wasn't a storm, but the roar of a lion-headed demon at your door? Next, we uncover the legend of Ugallu, the terrifying storm demon of Mesopotamian mythology. You'll learn what it is, why it terrified ancient civilizations, and how it became both destroyer and protector. And stay until the end, because the most unsettling truth about Ugallu is not how it brought storms, but why people invited this demon into their homes. If you, like me, are fascinated by the monstrous guardians that once protected our ancestors, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. And when the tale ends, tell me in the comments, would you welcome Ugallu into your doorway or bar it shut forever? What exactly is Ugallu? Ugallu, whose name means big weather beast or great storm demon, was a powerful figure in ancient Mesopotamian belief. It was one of the Apkallu, supernatural beings tied to storms, chaos, and divine power. Ugallu was not a simple monster. It was a hybrid creature, part man and part beast, with the strength of a storm and the roar of thunder. Its very presence embodied the violence of nature. But unlike many demons, Ugallu walked a line between terror and protection. It could destroy, but it could also guard. What did Ugallu look like when it appeared? Ugallu is almost always depicted as a humanoid figure with the head of a lion, its snarling jaws wide open, teeth bared, eyes fierce. Its body was muscular and human-like, but often shown with talons instead of feet, and sometimes wings like a great bird. It usually carried weapons, a mace, a dagger, or a bucket and cone used in rituals, marking its connection to divine magic. The lion's head symbolized its ferocity. In Mesopotamian culture, the lion was both feared and revered, a predator that commanded respect. To give a demon the head of a lion was to make it unstoppable. Where did this demon come from? Ugallu's legend originates from ancient Mesopotamia, home to the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. In these cultures, demons were not always evil, but forces of nature, spirits that could be turned against humans or harnessed for protection. Ugallu was one of these storm spirits. Associated with the destructive chaos of thunderstorms, it embodied both danger and divine wrath. But it was also carved into protective amulets, statues, and temple walls. This duality, destroyer and protector, made it one of the most complex figures of Mesopotamian belief. But why would anyone want a demon near their home? Despite its terrifying appearance, Ugallu was considered a guardian spirit. People of Mesopotamia believed that evil could only be fought with something equally terrifying. Ugallu statues were placed at temple entrances, doorways, and city gates to scare away darker demons, disease, and misfortune. Its lion's head and storm power were thought to drive out spirits of sickness, famine, and death. In this way, Ugallu became a paradox, the monster at your door that kept worse monsters from getting inside. How was Ugallu used in rituals and daily life? In Mesopotamian magic and religion, Ugallu appeared on protective plaques and seals. Exorcists invoked its image in ceremonies meant to cure illness or banish evil spirits. It was often shown holding a bucket of holy water and a cone-shaped tool used to sprinkle it, symbols of purification. This suggests that despite its monstrous appearance, Ugallu played a sacred role in cleansing and protection. In daily life, people wore amulets with its image, believing its ferocity would frighten away misfortune. Even kings invoked Ugallu's strength to guard palaces and armies. But what makes Ugallu's story so unsettling? The most chilling truth about Ugallu is its contradiction. It was a terrifying lion-headed demon, the embodiment of storms, chaos, and destruction, but it was also one of the most trusted protectors in Mesopotamian life. This duality reflects the ancient view of the world, that protection often came from what was most feared. A storm could destroy crops and homes, but it could also drive away pests and enemies. A lion could kill a man, but it could also guard him if tamed. Ugallu was both nightmare and shield. To call on it was to invite terror to stand beside you, hoping that its roar would keep darker forces away. Even today, its image carved into ancient ruins reminds us of this paradox, that sometimes the monsters we fear are the same ones we rely on for safety. Ugallu terrified the ancients not just because it brought destruction, but because its very horror was used to scare away darker forces. Ugallu is the paradox of fear, a lion-headed demon that could both destroy homes and guard them. It was terror placed at the threshold, a monster turned into a shield. So the next time a storm rattles your walls, remember, it may not be the sky roaring, it may be Ugallu. If you want to keep exploring the demons and spirits that once ruled ancient civilizations, subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. Would you trust Ugallu as your protector?